My name is HW.
Hey, I'm the Sooze.
And Sooze, we're talking about the ODR1.
Yeah, man.
It's the other green pedal.
It's a Nashville green.
It is.
Pedal.
It's like the Nashville green pedal.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of famous.
I actually did hear about it for the first time here in Nashville, so like it was true to its name, you know?
I actually was given this pedal when a buddy of mine found out I was moving to Nashville.
Oh.
And he said, well, then you'll need this.
It's like a rite of passage.
And I didn't really understand it until I got here and I found out people use these with Telecasters a lot.
All the time, yeah.
And but it sounds good with lots of guitars.
Yeah.
It's the green side of a pedal we really love, the Protein.
Yeah.
Both big fans of the Protein, and they've got the Blues Breaker, and then they've got a green side on there, and it's supposed to be a modified version of this ODR1, as opposed to a Tube Screamer. It's kind of mid-rangey.
Yeah, in certain spots, you know, it can also sound a little scooped. There's just so much bottom end, and it's really clear. So
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't describe it as a transparent overdrive or a scooped drive. The green thing suggests maybe in our psyche that it has mids, but only because that other pedal has lots of mids and is green.
Right. Yeah.
I think they just like the color green. But it's a cool boost. People like it because it is a strong low end. It's got a nice high, and it has a little push in the middle. I mean, it's not like scooped like the 1981.
Yeah.
To me, is a scooped pedal.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, but this is just whatever, however that sounds.
Yeah. What's cool is it sounds good on chords and on single note stuff, which I really like. Like the versatility of it.
Let's compare these a little closer, and then we'll talk about what we're hearing. So here is, here's the profile by itself, and it is it's the deluxe, it's the deluxe reverb. It's the V3, Tone Junkie Deluxe Reverb, 65 Deluxe Reverb V3 profile, but we backed the gain off a little bit. So people have seen this in other ones, so it sounds like this clean. It's a good sounding profile.
I like that.
I kept the amp. It sounds so good. I still have the amp.
Oh.
I've sold lots of amps, but that one stuck around.
That says a lot, people.
Here is the 65 Deluxe profile, blah blah blah, with the ODR1, the real one, the analog pedal. It sounds pretty close.
Yeah, really close.
I sometimes feel like I hear a little more high end in the Kemper. And you can see what we're doing here. We're dealing with the Tube Screamer, which is pulling out a lot, or the Green Scream, which is pulling out a lot of bass. And it's just going like this, right?
Yeah.
So we've pulled out a little of the mids. We've left some in. And we're adding some highs and really trying to put the low end back in. Right, but still, there's a little bit of there's just a difference sometimes, and you know, can you get all these pedals to sound exactly the same? I think in the real world, it's fair to point out, like, we are, even if we were to look on a frequency spectrum and see the differences, we're still limited to, we're using the graphic EQ. Yeah. We're limited to the sort of 8 parameters here that it'll let us use, you know? We've got these 8 frequencies that we can adjust, and then we've got low and high cuts and volume. So we're never going to get quite all the way there.
Totally.
But it gets us to something that's really nice and usable on the Kemper.
Yeah.
So people probably saw me adjust that high cut a little bit. We're getting down into 5,000 hertz, definitely in the high end of the guitar. But let's experiment with this, because this is a little bit where I think you can get the drive sounding really natural and really nice, or not so nice. So play a little bit, and I'm going to play around this high cut.
Thanks for saying natural, because it's right here on the ODR1.
It's a natural overdrive. Right, I forgot. It's supposed to sound like nature.
Yeah, that's going to get us really close.
Yeah. high end I feel in the Kemper ODR1.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's going to spout off in the comments. And there's what they're going to say. Well, you know, it's you just can't replicate that analog warmth,
Mm-hmm.
right? Digital just can't replicate the analog warmth of real tubes.
Is there an HW response?
No, we're just gonna end the channel right now. Because that's that's it. I quit. We're gonna end the channel.
We're done here. So.
I guess what I would say to that is there's just sound and there's just frequencies, right? And so tubes and maybe to a degree, FETs act like tubes. Maybe to a degree, some other analog, diodes or something. We might really appreciate the way they behave and the way they roll off high end or the way they boost mids. But not all tubes. Certainly not all tubes. We don't use all tubes and amplifiers. There's all kinds. But we just use some of them.
Right.
And we arrange them in different ways. And if all that sound was really just from the tubes, I mean, you'd expect the twin reverb to sound a lot more like a Mesa dual rectifier, right? Same tubes, 6L6, 12AX7s.
That's how those tubes sound.
They sound like that. Or maybe they don't. Because they sound way different than each other, right? So I think it's... did we nail the ODR1? The high end feels a little different. And until they build us some more overdrives, the high end's just going to be a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think this brings us to something very usable on the Kemper. Really nice. And something that you could totally use as a... I mean, here's what the EQ's doing. Here, show them that tube screamer by itself. It sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe people have watched our other videos, but I'll just throw out, what this does for me is like when I would use the ODR1, that would be great. You know what I mean?
Right,
it's getting... Why would I pick that instead of a Klon? Why would I pick that instead of a tube screamer?
Why?
It's because I want the EQ. I want the feel of it.
Sure.
And that is that. I mean, what we've done in the Kemper is capturing the essence of like why I would go grab that pedal. Yeah. And so if it's like 1 degree off in the spectrum or the level, then we're not even trying to match the same sound. Right. And so I think people have the license to go in and say, okay, it's really close for my Strat and my whatever profile. I'm going to do this with the EQ.
Yeah, and add, adjust these even to your liking. But for me, what it does is go like, I never would have done that to the low end.
Oh, totally.
I mean, because it looks wrong, right? And sometimes you have to you can't use your eyes, even though it's like, that does not look like a good EQ. Right. That does not look like it would sound good. But what you don't see is the EQ going into it. You don't see the EQ from the tube screen.
You're trying to defeat some stuff that's happened to the green screen.
100%. Well, they can download this, Sooze, can't they? Yeah. It's on the Tone Junkie site, and on YouTube it's down there. On Facebook it's up here. And they can of course get it. It's a free download, free profile. Check it out, and then you can save these ODR1 settings into your Kemper.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah, it's called Kemper ODR1. It's pretty nice. It's free.
I like it.
I like it too. Sooze, play us out.
They're both on.
Well, let's see how that sounds.
They're like stacked, right?